to Pitbull Stadium. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. It's the Florida Atlantic Owls and the FAU Panthers. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe will be down on the sideline. Ready to kick it off and get this game started. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Moving out to the right. And this one's not working, he'll just throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Long way to go on second down. Motion from the back. Back to pass on second down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, no doubt that's where the quarterback wanted to go with the ball from jump, but better job by the defense forcing the incompletion.
And this defense has forced a couple of incompletions, and now with a chance to get off the field on 3rd and 10. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. FIU will line up to punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Slips through the line. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Hits inside, it's Phillips. Breaks into the open. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Florida Atlantic trying to line up quickly.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him.
Picked off! What a play by this defense. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Florida International. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hawkins. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Here's Raiola to throw. The screen, he's got wheels. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
3rd and 6 yards to go. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, FIU. How about this defense taking one back to the house? Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Tackled at the 28. It's a pickup of 5. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Here's Raiola to throw. Turns it upfield.
And I tell you what, when you run those little fellas on the slants, they got to win at the line of scrimmage. Right now, they got to make sure those DBs don't get their hands on them so they can create a little bit of space because they're not as big of a target. Nice job winning right on the line of scrimmage to make the catch.
Look out! And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. Oh, he wants it all. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
The handoff. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
The Panthers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
They're running the curl route against zone coverage. The quarterback knows that's going to be a tight window. He's got to rifle that ball into his wide receiver. He does just that, and as a result, they pick up the first down.
And the Panthers look to keep this drive humming. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
He's past the sticks. Breaks away on the left. Touchdown, Panthers! Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and they capped it off with that thrilling 46-yard run to pay dirt. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Raiola. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks. in this game. And so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Phillips. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. Throws to the wideout. Left side, it's Brown. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And he gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Here we go. Sweet. Where did he go?
Throwing Raiola. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
The Owls with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. That's the end of the quarter, and FIU is on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First play of the period will be a second down. The play fake, Raiola. He wants to take the top off. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
3rd and short now from their own 48. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. Out wide left, it's Brown. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Raiola to throw for it on 4th. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Raiola to the air again. Got it behind the line. It's Phillips. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Here's Raiola to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Right side, it's Hawkins. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that. So, I mean, come on, offense. Let's put this together. Let's keep this game competitive.
Trying to run, it's Phillips. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Florida Atlantic races to the line. Right back to it. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on third down that this running back's going to get it again. He got it on first, had a nice carry, got it on second. Now he set him up in third and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
Powers inside. He is stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last fourth down.
Motion from the wide receiver. Fourth down, Raiola. Fires to the end zone. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the left side. Gets it across the 10, a pickup of 5, and out of trouble to the 12.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Offense a little backed up here, and boy, would it help to convert this third down. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Takes it from the gun on third down. Wide open downfield.
And this offense just keeps putting it together, man. Like, they have not been stopped very often. Another play in the passing game. This defense, they've got to find something, and they've got to find it fast. Like, halftime is a little ways away. They got to make some adjustments right now.
The Panthers will snap it on 1st and 10. The run to the left. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Caught. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it.
I know everyone's yelling like you didn't get the first down, we need more yards. But if you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a third down. And guess what? Nowadays, fourth down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
Defense is about learning the plays. Third down, what do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense now, you got to figure out what they're doing.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The Panthers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Keeps it on the ground. And he's brought down after a short gain.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Incomplete, a 50-50 ball won by no one that time. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Stepping to the right. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. FIU will line up to punt.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. They'll move the wide receiver. Here's Raiola to throw. Here comes the heat. Out wide right, it's Moore. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can stop the clock.
You never want to say it's over early. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that play for them to stay in this football game. And sometimes it just takes one great throw and one great catch to wake you up. They need to score a touchdown on this drive. They need to score another touchdown on their next drive, but maybe that's the play that turns things around for them.
And it's all been said, forget that, man. We haven't had much success doing anything this first half, so we're just going to take a deep shot. And it was unsuccessful, but I do like when you take those shots because it makes the corners retreat a little bit more. It makes the safeties play deep. Now, maybe work the middle of the field. Let's try to move this football down the field. Let's try to get some form of points before the halftime.
2nd and long here. Running inside. It's Phillips. Got enough for the... And it's a fumble after that huge gain. Defense trying to take it back. He almost popped. For a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Now, the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Raiola. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Phillips. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Florida Atlantic gets to the line quickly. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Left side is Phillips. Touchdown Owls! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Making the adjustment on the play. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Carter. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. Wants to throw on first. Rushes on. Complete in the middle. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Ben, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We begin with the South Carolina Gamecocks taking on the number 11 team, the Missouri Tigers.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
And it's the Gamecocks looking to make it 3 straight to start the new year. They're already on top in the first half. Now let's take a peek at some of the other contests around the country, games that promise to have an impact on the top 25.
So here comes the Florida Atlantic offense ready to go to work. Not hard to figure out why they trail to start this third quarter. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Touchdown Panthers! A pick 6! Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown 1 in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Turns up, it's Hawkins. Could not make his way to the corner.
Great play by the cornerback, and this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over. Nice job.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. He's got an open man. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
This offense was just hoping for one big play. They finally got it. They're trailing big in this game, and they needed that pitch and catch to put them on the doorstep to make this a game.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
And the Owls now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Throwing Raiola. Right side, it's Brown. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Raiola from the gun on third down. He's looking deep. Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. Taking it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go to work. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Flush to the left. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And here's what I like about that, man. That feels like an instinctive play. Like this guy almost knew it was coming. You know, most of the time in a bootleg, they want to show you the run first, but he wasn't buying it, went right to the quarterback, saw it, and made the big sack.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. He's changing the play. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Finds a man in the middle. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
They'll run it. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
They give it to him again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to get it through the air. Finds his big tight end. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Panthers. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. and they tacked on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Owls offense comes out ready to go to work. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be...
He wants to go deep. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. Right down the middle. He's got it. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down. Florida Atlantic trying to get back on the ball.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Long way to go on second down. Here's Raiola to throw. They're all over him. And it's a sack.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. Rush right in his face. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's the problem as an offense, man. You get in these 3rd and forever situations, and now the defense drops back, and they take away all the deep stuff, and you're trying to find some space, but it's just so hard to try to convert those 3rd and longs.
Searching for space. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Florida International offense is back on the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Sprinting away. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Pass to 6. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play, like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards and good things are happening.
Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Might as well give it to him again. Defense makes a stand as the clock runs down to 0. We reach the break. It's FIU with the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza.
Wide 53! Wide 53! Move!
Timeout is called, and they got it just in the nick of time before the delay of game penalty. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down.
Go, go!
They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Setting up the screen. Nice tackle there. This free safety coming in like a heat-seeking missile and stopping him a yard short of the first down.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. Motion from the wideout. Plowing ahead on fourth down. And they'll make the tackle for no gain, get the stop, and get the ball back.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the fourth quarter, so you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
Quick give. It's Phillips. Hammers his way across the 10, picks up 4 to the 11. Third and 6 yards to go. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And and the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go on the attack. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Might as well run him again. Brought down. And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it on the move. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida International. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. Deep in the end zone, it's Hawkins. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Here's Raiola to throw. Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. The Owls want to pick up the tempo.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
And the Owls pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Raiola. Under pressure. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get into a rhythm.
Out wide left, it's Brown. They've got him corralled.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. You want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing it. So nice job by that QB, putting the football right on the face mask of his wide receiver.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That fourth down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on third and long from the 41. They'll run it. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's fourth down. FIU will line up to punt. He'll try to really get into this one. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. The short hands, it's Hawkins. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Fresh set of downs going up top. Here's a throw downfield late. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sidelines.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Fresh setter downs going to the air. Blasted as he lets it go. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Just keeps slinging it. Fires to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the fourth quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
They were on the move, but two straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his target. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
And this This offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down. I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Got to make the play on 4th. Going downfield for the big play. Makes the grab. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Nowhere to go.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a